Hey Marshall, it's Chelsea from Londonderry Dodge. So I have two trucks to show you today. So the first one that I wanted to show you is the 2015 Ram Sport. This, of course, has the 5.7 liter Hemi that you were wanting. So the Sport comes with body matching paint on the bumper and the grille. And it has blacked out headlights on this one. And the headlight material, like the lens cover, is super durable. So you're probably going to be okay with any rocks that come at you on the highway. Your headlights are probably going to be just fine. The Sport comes with 20-inch rims, and it has dual breakaway mirrors. So that way, you know, if someone comes and sideswipes you or whatever, you're going to be able to not lose your entire mirror. It's just going to fold down. This one also comes with supplemental turn signals on the mirror, which is really handy. So this one is the quad cab. This one is the one with the smaller back seat. It does have a back seat, it's just smaller. It has 60/40 rear folding leather seats in the back, and it has these little platform things here. You know, if you ever wanted to put like golf clubs or wanted to sleep back here or something, fold up the seats, fold these down, and you got yourself a little bed. It does have storage under the seat, and power locks, power windows. It also has heated mirrors that will fold away for you at the press of a button. So when you press this button here, they're going to fold in for you. So that way you don't have to get out of your car and walk to the other side if you wanted to fold your mirrors, and you just press the button and you're good to go. So the bumper on this one you have your dual chrome exhaust, which is standard for the Sport. This one is a 4x4, and it does have a backup camera here on the handle of the tailgate, and it comes with a class 4 hitch, and the class 4 hitch has the 4 and 7 pin adapters for any of your wiring and stuff for your trailer when you're towing it. On the interior of the truck, we have leather bucket seats, of course, and this one has the power sunroof up here, which is an option. It has a sliding rear window opener, so that way you can open up your window without having to reach all the way to the back and unclasping it. 3 programmable garage door openers up here. And this one comes with an 8.4-inch U-Touch screen. So this screen is basically your key to your vehicle, essentially, like accessing all the possible features it does have. So it comes with AM, FM, and Sirius XM satellite radio. The Sirius XM satellite radio subscription comes for a year with the vehicle. And then you can connect your phone or you can connect like an iPod or your phone to the vehicle, and you can play your music or whatever through the phone they have an SD card which you can put in there for your music, or a USB or an auxiliary, and they also have one more USB hidden in here. And so if you plug your iPod or your phone into there, you can play it through this screen here. And here's your controls for your heated, ventilated, and heated steering wheel. And your passenger can also adjust their heated and ventilated seats through here. You also have all of these as like a physical button option on the bottom here. All of the buttons or all of the controls that are in the screen, you don't necessarily have to use the touch screen to do it. You always have the option of using a physical button in these trucks. You get climate control in here. So this one has AC, and so you can adjust it through here. You can also adjust it through here, of course. And here's where you would pair up your phone if you wanted to. So you can pair up to 9 phones with this truck. And so, you know, if you want to pair up your phone and your wife wants to pair up her phone, you guys don't have to keep pairing it up every time you get in and out of the truck. It'll always remember both of your phones, so that way you don't have to go through the pairing process every single time. Your settings screen is basically like, you can adjust any adjustable setting in this truck through the screen. So for example, this truck comes with rain sensing auto wipers. So if it's raining, it'll know and it'll turn the wipers on. But if you don't like that, if that drives you nuts or you don't think it works well or something, you can always turn it off like that. That's all it is. Simple. You can control whether or not you have the guidelines on your backup camera, which I'll show you in a second here. So yeah, that's the 8.4-inch U-Touch or Uconnect touchscreen there. It's a really awesome feature. Here we have the 7-inch display in the cluster here. And so this thing is extremely customizable, so you can make it totally unique to your truck. And it depends, like you can display different stats about the truck depending on what you think is important in a truck. So for example, we have the compass option in the top left and thermometer in the top right, and we're displaying our speedometer. But you can, using the arrow keys on the steering wheel, scroll through, and you can, for example, enter this, which is a setup screen, and then you can go into, for example, if you don't want a compass in your upper left corner, you can do something like your current miles per gallon, or you can change it to your average miles per gallon, or whatever you want, and you can do that for all 4 corners of the display. So you can always monitor things that are important to you in your vehicle, which is a really cool feature about these trucks. So to get out of that, and then we have the messages screen, and so like for example, if there was ever a recall with a truck or anything, or you know your truck is like, oh god, my oil pressure is low, or my oil levels are low, this is what's going to, it'll display it for you here. This is where you would see, you know, your music if you had your iPod or whatever connected to it. And then you can have your truck remember 2 specific trips in, like for example, say you wanted to see how, like your fuel economy and how long it took you to drive to Jasper or something for when you go camping. You can have it remember this stuff in trip B. And then maybe you want to go to Banff, and then you can save that one to trip A, and you can compare the two to see, you know, what the difference is between Jasper and Banff from Edmonton, or from Hinton. Here you have your fuel economy. This is an active, like, live display. So right now we're in park, so we obviously aren't going to move anywhere. So it's displaying for us nothing, no liters per 100 kilometers. But if I was to put it into drive, oh, it's mad at me because my door is open. My apologies. So now we're at 99 liters per 100 kilometers because we're not actually moving. But if I was to hit the throttle, which I can't because there are trucks ahead, it's going to start to go down. And so it'll fluctuate as you drive. So you can see that and you can monitor it in real time. And then it'll show you your average on the right there and the range that you have left in your tank on the left. And so then you have, like, you know, your tire pressure screen, and then we're back to the speedometer here. On the steering wheel, you have your cruise control options here, and your voice command stuff here. So you can use Bluetooth to, you know, talk to your truck or whatever. And then finally, the last feature I wanted to show you in this was this backup camera. So you put it into reverse, then you get your backup camera screen here. And so when you turn the steering wheel, these guidelines, which as I mentioned earlier are optional to have or not to have, they'll turn with the truck depending on which way you want to go. Alright, and yeah, so that was the 2015 Sport. Thanks for watching, Marshall. And I will get you this second vehicle video right away here. So yeah, just stay tuned. Thank you.